अपना जाए ना फ्राइडे का थर्सडे नाइट Hi Papendra, good evening.
Naveen sir, good evening. How are you?
I am good bro, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
What about others?
I don't know, Naveen sir.
Okay.
Where are they? I don't know.
Let me record the session.
This conference will now be recorded.
Yesterday we talked about the data modeling, right?
Yes, sir, yes.
We have here CSV file and Excel and what more things there. Let me bring those files into Power BI. Sales. Today we'll discuss about data modeling and then basic DAX functions. Okay. Click on sales and board. Come CSV and I'm selecting products. So right now I have selected two tables. Okay, one is product and sales. So yesterday, as I said, already the product key column is product key. It's a column name. So both the tables, it's a common field. So that's why, manually we are not establishing the relationship. Automatically, the relationship was happened. Okay. So now the same thing. If I go to data, so these two things, data and model, come under Power View. Okay. So this is a Power View. In the data, when you click on the data icon, you can see the data, only one table data at once. Okay. But here, this is a model. Only you can see the relationship. You don't see the data. Okay. Now, suppose now the question comes if the column name is different from the tables, so how will you establish the connection? Okay, relationship. Now, what we can do is, let's click on get data, and that one also CSV file. Select the territory data, territory file. Okay, now we have this data. Just select row. Let me see here the column name is sales territory key, and here territory key is there. Let me take some sample visualization, then we can understand it. Something we can take. Let's take metrics. Okay. So I'm here. I'm selecting white color from this table. Okay. And territories, selecting region, then order point. Okay. So if we have the relation, we are getting the data. Okay. We don't have the relation. That's why, we are not able to see the region data. So for that, what we have to do manually, if the column name here from this table, the column name is says territory key, and here territory key. So what we have to do is just click on this field and paste it on the same field, territory key. Okay. Automatically the relationship was created. Okay, see now it was highlighted in yellow color, right? So if you wanted to see the properties, if you wanted to delete, you can delete, right click and click on delete. If you wanted to see the properties, so here it was highlighted. What is that? Yeah, it was highlighted. Territory key is highlighted from this table, and here also it was highlighted. Okay. Now here cardinality is there, right? We have many to one, one to one, and one to many, many to many. These are all when we are talking about SQL Server, we are aware of it, right? Many to one. This one also we don't want to set automatically based on the data itself. Automatically it can take the right cardinality. Okay. Here cross filter direction means you can select single or both, whatever it is. But when we wanted to filter the data, if you select both, it's something like cross tab in Excel. Okay. Right. Click on OK. Now if you go to visualization, so I'm selecting that region from these territories. Now you can able to see that. Previously you were not able to get it, right? The reason is we don't have the relationship between this one-to-one table. Right? Are you understanding, all of you? Papendra, are you getting me?
Yes, sir, yes.
Okay, if the column name is different, you can select the column and place it on the another table column, so automatically the relation will establish. So we can able to get the main data model is like, suppose you have three data sets. Okay, you wanted to get one column from each data set, you wanted to get one column. So for that, if you are not having the relationship, you cannot get it. So that is the reason we need to do that data modeling for connecting one-to-one table. Then automatically you can able to fetch that what are the information we want. Okay, so here you can see the data one. From this window you can see the data. If you wanted to see the territory data, you can click on it. At once you can see only one table data. Okay, sales information, right? Now here and also we have 5 millions data. Okay, previously I said we can able to get that 100 millions data from the Power Pivot, right? So how we'll get the data? Just observe here. Get data, click on Excel. So here select that file. See, here we have P1, P2. So I have created this 8 sheets. So what we have to do, we need to select all these files and we need to append these tables. Okay, select all these files. Because this data is not clean, I wanted to append all the things. The Power BI you cannot append that all the files data. So what we have to do, click on the transform data. Just so once you click on the transform data, it will redirect to into his. Can anybody tell me that what we have to do here? Where is the option C? We have that append queries, right? So just click on that append queries. Append queries as you. You can click on option. Okay. If suppose if we have only 2 tables, yes, we have 8 tables. Select the first table and so what we have to do is select more tables. Now what are the tables you wanted to append? Click first P1 add and the P2 add, P3, okay, P4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. Okay. Suppose if you wanted to put some order, okay, see, once you click on it, here also rate, you can up, okay, there is a up arrow and down arrow. If you don't want any one of the things, suppose for example I don't want 8, you can click on 8, okay. Previously it also added P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, 6, 8, all tables added. Click on OK. Okay, you are appended that all the tables data into one query. Okay. Now, if you want to see the count, for example, go to transform. Here you can see that count option, count rows. the count of this all 8 bytes data. It is reading, looks like it is taking time. Yeah, see, approximately 4 lakh, how much? 4 millions, 4.4 millions data, right? 44 lakh, okay? Approximately 4.4 millions data, right? 44 lakhs, 44,408, okay? Approximately 4.4 millions data, right? So just imagine that if we have the data like this, like 10 files also, you can able to get the data from the Power BI. Okay. Let me see this data. Okay. So I have PDF file. Okay. So how we will get the data from the PDF? For example, sample. Let me open this PDF file. Okay. See, we have this PDF file, sample PDF file. So I wanted to get we have different tables, number of coils, number of paper clips. There is a tables, right? So speed and driver, car, engine, what is the date and all the stuff. Okay, we have this table, so we wanted to retrieve that information from the PDF. How we will do that? Okay, go to home menu bar. Okay, this is a Power Query, right? You can. I am not just I am closing it. I am not applying this. Okay, close. Power Query Editor will close. Now it will open to the Power View. Okay. So now click on Get Data, and what is the we have the data in PDF, right? Click on More. You can see the PDF option. Okay, click on PDF as a source and click on Connect. You can see the sample PDF. Select the sample PDF and click on Open. So here we have 2 pages. From this page, PDF file, we have 2 pages. Okay. Once you scroll this page, you can see that entire text whatever we have in the PDF. Okay. And page 2. total we have 2 pages from this PDF, and from these 2 pages, what are the tables data we have it? Okay, this is one table. Looks like we don't have anything from this table. And second table, as we seen, like a number of coils, number of operatives we have, right? And also we have speed and driver, car, engine, all this information, right? So time and distance and all the stuff. So the table format we have the PDF file, we can able to get all the tables list into Power BI. So for now, I'm interested to take this data. Okay, select this driver car information, and whenever we are selecting the data from PDF or some other than that, like the database or Excel, so better we will go with transform data and verify that the data types of each and every field, whether it has taken the correct or not. Okay. For time being, I'm not going into the transform data. Click on load data. Now you can see the data, table 3. For example, let's say I will take, so you can take whatever the visualization you want. Okay, so suppose if you take pie chart, so where is this data? Okay. Driver and speed. So it is legend, engine selected, not engine. You can take speed. Okay. So if the size is, if you are not able to see that the font clearly, the letters, what you have to do, go to view maneuver and select here. There is a custom theme. Okay, customize current theme. Okay, click on it. Click on text. From the general, it is a, you can make it as 15. By default, it is having 10. And go to title, font size, make it as 20. Okay, click on apply. Right, now it looks like the text is clear, right? Right, so what we have done, we have connected with the, we captured the PDF information, and we can able to see that all the tables list which we have from the 2 pages, and from that pages I have selected only one table information, and after that I have created one pie chart with that information, each driver, what is max speed and all the stuff. Okay, right, and what we can do here is, 1 second. Let me open DAX functions. We have some data. One second. I have to find that what is the file. I wanted to get. Yeah. So here, for example, we have all this table information, right? Where we have uh, so for now, see in the tax function, let me open this one. For example, here order quantity is there, and then uh, where is the sales? Okay, see the price is here. Okay, price is from the products, and order quantity is from the sales query. So I wanted to get the total sales. How will you do that? So we need to multiply price into quantity, then only we'll get the total sales. Okay. So the basic the tax function, I will tell you that here. For example, I wanted to get the total sales from the sales. First select this one, and you can see here the new column. Click on the new column. Okay. Once you click on new column, it will add the column. One second. Yeah. Now you can write the column name is, what is the column name? I wanted to use total sales. My column name is total sales, and total sales means order quantity into price, right? So order quantity is from the same query, so you can write it order quantity. Okay, where is the order quantity? Here we have the order quantity. Now multiple by, so another table. So what is the table? The column name price, right? Price. You cannot see that column name, right? Because that price column is in some other table. So what we have to do is, there is a tax function related. Okay, related. Once you click on related, whatever the tables is connected with tails, then you can able to see all the list of columns and tables. Okay, now you can able to see the product price. You can see product price. Just select it. Okay, click on OK. Now once you click on this, or else you can enter it. You can able to get the data. See, right? You can see the data, right? If you scroll down, or else what we can do is, say sorting. So if you sort it, you can see the data, right? 284, the data is changing, right? 1000, it is multiplied. So related is the tax function. Okay, by using related, you can able to multiply from one column to another table column also. Okay, right? And also I wanted to show you, let me click on this information. Right, related, you have to understand what scenario will use that related. Okay, because I have some information from one query and another information I wanted to do with the information in another query. So what we have to do, for order quantity we have in one table and the price is in some other table, I wanted to multiply it, because if both are in the same table, there is no issue. But if you are in the different tables, we need to use the related function. Okay. Now, so here we have new measure and new column, right? I will explain about this 1 second. Let me take some sample data. Okay. See, for example, we have the same sales information. Let me remove all the other stuff. Just a moment. Where is the same? multiple questions. Just a moment, I will get some sample data. This one. Yes. So what we have here, other quantity we have product A and okay. See, for example, here we have, just assume that this total sales is one column. So I wanted to multiply order quantity total sales, nothing but we will get some amount. Okay, I wanted to get the total sales, grand total. Okay, how we will get it? So we have to use, if you wanted to multiply column level order quantity into price. Okay, let me rename this one. This column name is, let me make it as a price, for example. Okay, price. Okay, so if I multiply both the things, if I wanted to multiply order quantity to price, then that scenario you have to use, where is that, new column, okay, new column. If you wanted to do row column wise total, then we have to use like new measure. Okay, already we have seen new column, right? If I take new measure, if I take new measure, total sales, I'm giving the name. So what we have to do, there is aggregated functions, right? We have aggregated functions, right? Sum, min, max, right? So what is the column name? It is from the sales, right? Sales price. Okay, we enter it, right? I can mention the column name, yeah, something, yum, it's a measure. Okay, I'm giving that measure. Did you see that column name? Measure, I have created new measure, right? You cannot see that, but you can see here as a column. Where is that? From the, we are using sales, right? The total sales underscore m. Okay, you cannot see the column from here, but only thing is it was created. Okay, it is a grand total, right? Because if you wanted to do one column multiplied by another column, then you can use new measure, new column. Okay, once click the new column. Now observe here, what is the difference between new measure and column? Let me do here, total sales underscore C. Okay, just I am giving, this is a new column. Okay, what we have to do, order quantity to same table only. Now it is not a different table. You can see now price. Okay, sales price, that is a function. Now you can see the column here. Understanding, right? So if you created new column, you can see here, but if you created new measure, you cannot see in this list, but you can whenever you are taking the some visualizations, you can able to get that information. Let me delete this stuff. So now I'm taking a table visualization. Okay. What I'm taking here, I'm taking total sales column level and total sales measure also. Okay. I'm selecting both information. And the product level, where is the product? For example, let's say order level, I'm taking it, order number level. If you click on focus mode, you can see. It is getting the data, but like the total grand total we are getting it. Okay. Otherwise, what we can do here is just take the only total sales underscore M. That is a measure. Table, select table, and the product total sales underscore M. Here, yeah, here the total sales we are getting for each product key level, the grand total. Here you have to understand row level calculations. We have to use view column. Okay, view column. Row level calculations we have to use view column. If you wanted to do some column level calculations, you can use view measure. Okay. Now we have some sample data. See, observe here. We have some date functions and some order date and ship date, order date functions. Here also there is some text, like small letter and capital letter star information we have, and also we have prefix first name, last name. Okay. So let me bring all this data into Power BI, and then we can write some DAX functions. As I said, like we have 300 DAX functions. We will mostly cover 100 DAX functions in the right. Okay. These are in Excel. These are the DAX functions basic type. So first we will select all these tables. Okay. Data table 1, data table 2, third, and the number functions. Then also number functions. Text 2. Okay. Just click on load. Now, first, what is the the table 1. Let's go to table 1. Minimize this product territories and sales. Click on table 1. Okay. Now you have this order date. Okay, there is some order date and all. So if you wanted to write, click on here, you can write. Okay, so click on home menu bar. There is a new column. Click on new column. Okay, I wanted to get that day of this date. Okay, what is the day and what is the month and what is the year I wanted to get. Okay, for example, day 1. Okay, column name is day 1. There is a day function we have. Day and what is the order? Okay, my order is order date. Okay, you can select from the table 1. Okay, that's it. So once enter it. See, April 4th, 2018, right? We are getting 419 and all. Okay, suppose you wanted to get the month of this date. Okay, you can write it. You can write month is there. So we can use month equal. Okay, there is a month text function also we have. Select order date. Okay, click on OK. Enter. Either you can click on enter or else you can hit this arrow button. The right one. Like even you can add new. You can use year. Okay. Here also we have text function. Year of that specific date. Order date. Okay. You can write like this. Quarter, weekday and month day, there is all these functions we have. You can play from your end. We have day, month and quarter also. Next year, weekday, next week number. Okay, these are all functions we have. Text functions you can play on this data itself. Okay, right? And also one more way we can write it. For example, I wanted to get the date. Just click on that. In home menu bar, you can see that new column. Click on new column. Now I'm just giving column name day 2. Okay. Directly instead of day, you can write order date. Order date. See, you can see date and day, month number, quarter number, year, right? You can select day for now. Okay. Now click on enter. See, you are getting day 1 and day 2 at the So how many DAX functions do we have for this Excel? You have 5. You can play day, month, quarter, year, weekday also. You can write weekday also, week number also. Same similar. Click on new column and for example, you can write week number. Column name is week number and you can see week. See, here also you can have the function, direct functions. Weekday, week number. For example, let me take weekday. Order date. So enter. day, week number, fourth week, or April 4, fourth week, weekday. It's from weekday. Okay, fourth day of the week. For example, in the week started from 1. So what is the day of that week? So it is getting here. And also you can use week number. Function name itself, it will clearly state that what is the week number, what is the weekday and the week number, for example, order date. Okay, so select here. Either you can click on this arrow mark also. Yeah, see, the week number is already, we have it. Previously we have taken this one, not week number. This is a weekday. You can rename it. You can rename it. Here you can use week number. You cannot use the duplicate column when you are doing that some calculations. Okay, week number, the order date. Okay, this is a week number. Okay, the meaning around we do have 56 weeks or something we have per year, right? So what is the week number for this date? Okay, for this date, what is the week number? Okay, April 4, 2018 is 14th week. Okay, this day is under 14th week. Okay, now let's see what is the table 2. Table 2, for table 2 we can see some, there is another functions. Let me note down first all the functions. Now date add also is there. Date add, how will you take that date reference, and then what we have, end of month, end of month, and start of year, start of year quarter, and we have upper, lower, and then left, right, there is mid also. Okay, these are all some of the date functions we have. Yeah. Concatenate. Yeah. Concatenate. Okay. Quickly I will show you one by one. Okay. For example, I have two dates, order date and ship date, right? I wanted to get the date difference. How will you do that? Okay. So now click on new column. Yes, I am giving the column name as difference. Okay, so we have the function date difference. Okay, we have the date difference. So if you don't know the syntax, clearly it will state that what are the parameters you have to pass it. Okay, so date difference. What is the first date? I wanted to select order date. Order date from which table? Okay, which query? Table 2. Okay, now comma, and what is the another table? Another date, ship date, right? Ship date. Okay, you don't want to give that interval, but you can give 0 something. Either you can click enter or something is wrong. Okay, the document. Okay, just remove this 0. to take dot date. Now enter it. Page 0. Interval can only be one of the following: year, month. What is the error? Table to ship date. Something went wrong. Yeah. So basically, the interval means you are expecting the date difference, but in terms of year or day or how you are expecting. Okay, suppose see, comma, either you are expecting the date difference in days or minutes or month or how you want. Okay, I want date level difference. How it can work. Okay, see the difference 82 days. June 25th minus April 4th is 82 days. Okay, you can do like that. And if you wanted to add how many days you want, like add days, for example, add days. Okay, so here date add, we have this function date add. Okay, so for example, I wanted to add ship date too. I wanted to add ship date.
खान पड़े ने
Column name I am using expected delivery date. Expected delivery date. Okay. So ship date. So date, number of intervals. Okay, number of intervals. I am just using 2 days, comma, then day or month. You are adding 2, but either it is a day or month, what it is. So I wanted to add days, 2 days for this date. Okay. Right? What happened? It's not getting. Date add to ship date, comma, to the day. The pending change is not applied. Date of add, ship date, otherwise we'll do one. Dot date. See, the format is something like which is not similar. However, we are having for the ship date and order date, right? We can change it. So here in the column tools, you can have that format. Okay. So what format we have? We have this format, right? Yeah, you can use this format. Yeah, you can use this format. Now once you select it, the format will be changed. See how many days you added? 2 days to the ship date. So June 25th, right? Now you are showing June 27th. Okay. Even if you wanted to add month, you can just replace day to month. Okay. Right? You can add. See now, June, July, August. 2 months I added. Okay. The date is changing, right? That is how you can use day to difference and date add. However, we have seen the day, month, quarter, and all. Now you can see this left, right, and all. How we have some text table. Let me show you that text table one. Yeah, text table one. Okay. So now where is that? One moment. Text table. What we have in text table two? Okay. So now text table one. So I wanted to do that. The text is like power, man, city, and all like some of the things is small letters and capital letters. I wanted to do all be upper or lower, any one of the case. So select, click on new column. So what I said here, we have upper, lower, left, right, and all right. All these five. For example, come on, hold on. So I don't have charging. If the class was disconnected, okay, we'll connect tomorrow. Okay. So here I wanted to do upper. Just mention uppercase. Okay. Yeah. First click on new column. Okay. Now you can type uppercase, for example. Uppercase. You have upper function. Okay. You can see here. Click on select upper, and what is the column name? First name. First name from which table? Text table one. Okay. Now close the bracket. Enter. You can see now all uppercase, right? Similar way, you wanted to make in lowercase, you have the function. Okay. Now right, lowercase equal to, there is a lower function. Okay, text function we have. Then what is the column name? First name from which table? First name from the table one. Okay, close. Enter. For example, I want first two letters from the uppercase. So how will you do that? Click on the same similar way. Click on new column, and first two letters. Just I'm giving first two letters. Okay, column name for time being. Now there is a left, right. In SQL Server, what we will use for the left two letters? We can use left function. If it is right, right two letters. Left of uppercase, not the first name. I wanted to use uppercase. Column name is uppercase. From this column, see here itself it is showing what is the text and number of characters. How many characters you want? I want only 2 characters. Click enter. Okay, see, first 2 letters we are getting it, right? The same similar way, if you want the right 2 letters, you can get it. write two letters. Write function we have, write, open bracket. So I wanted to get from the uppercase only. Okay, uppercase and comma, two letters. Okay, enter it. Okay, you can get the last two letters now. Right? A-N, A-N, E-Y, O-E, E-T. You are getting last two letters. If suppose you want middle of the two letters, how you will get? That's why for that we have one function, big function. Yeah, there is a one big function we have. Middle text, for example. Mid, okay. See, mid. See here, if you see mid of what is the text and starting position and number of characters. Click on mid, open bracket. I would like to use the column name is uppercase only. Now, what is the position? From which position you want? I want second position. I want from the second position. Second position to how many characters I want? I want 3 characters, for example. Let's say 3 characters. Okay, sorry. Second position and then 3, then close bracket. Enter it. So now you will get AVA and AVA, and second letter we have only 3 characters. We started from A, second letter, but we have 2 only we are getting. Simply YDN you are getting. Okay, like that you can write DAX functions. But today we have seen how to get the 5 million data to Power BI. We have seen some simplified we have. We verified it, and also we have seen how to do the data modeling. If you are having same column between the 2 queries, then automatically the relationship will be established. If the column name is different, then manually do the relationship. Okay, that we have seen. And also if you wanted to, suppose I have price into some other column, other table, and quantity into some other table. Okay, I wanted to get the total sales. If I wanted to get the total sales, I wanted to multiply order quantity into price. Okay, so for that scenario we have to use the related function. That is a related DAX function we have, so that however the relationship we have, we can able to see that all the tables, related tables, we can do that. Okay, and later we have seen these are all the DAX functions. How to get that month, quarter, and year, weekdays. Where is the Excel file? Yeah, let me open. Okay, here we have the sample data. We can use what is the day of this date. Okay, what is the year of this date? What is the month of this date? Okay, we can use all the quarter and week number, weekday. You can get the for the specific date. And also we have seen how to take the date difference between 2 dates, and how to add the dates for the date 30 days or 1 month or 1 quarter, something like that. You can use date difference and date add. Okay, and then later what we have seen all these uppercase and lowercase and all. Okay, there is a text functions. We have all this zigzag data, so it is not in the case sensitive case format, proper case format. Okay, we have, if you want all uppercase, we have to use upper DAX function. If you want lower, if you want to take first 2 letters from the string, the text, we have the left. And if you want to take right 2 letters, there is a right function, you can use it. And if you want in between the text, if you want, you can use the mid. Okay, already we have seen, right? So you need to mention what is the starting position, and from that how many characters you want. Okay, these are all things today we have covered it. Okay, looks like I don't have charging, so we can connect tomorrow. Anybody have any questions today, whatever we have discussed so far? Pop in there or yeah, please share.
Can you revise in a sort of what did you do today?
I just
Today we discussed about how to get the more than 4 millions, 5 millions of data. So we have seen what sample file we have it. Okay, so we got the data, 5 millions data, and we talked about some of the date functions,
okay.
DAX functions and all, okay, DAX functions, and we have seen how to do that date difference and all. These are all functions we covered it. How to take that month, day from the date, and what is a quarter and all the stuff. For example, what I'm trying to say here is there is a date function file. Okay, suppose 4 April. So what is the year of this date? 2018. What is the month? It is the April month. What is the day? If we can get it all, we have the DAX functions. These are all DAX functions. Okay. Suppose we have two dates here. Okay, two dates here. Order date and ship date. I wanted to get the difference between these two dates. Okay, there is a date difference. DAX function we have. Okay, suppose
Okay.
ship date we have. Ship date. Okay, I wanted to see that calculate expected delivery date. Okay, just I'm adding 2 days or 1 week or something like that. So there is a date add function we have. Okay, we can use that date add function. There is a date add function, and you can add 2 days or 3 days. And also you have what do you say? Text functions, upper, lower, left, right, mid, and all. Okay. So how we are using this one? Suppose, for example, we have text data here. Okay. There is no proper case format, either lower or upper. So I wanted to get all this upper and lower. So first 2 letters I wanted to get it. For that we have left DAX function we have. And if you wanted to get right 2 letters, there is a right DAX function we have. In between, Sydney we have. For example, I want to get YDN. Okay. So starting position 2, and how many letters from that? 3 letters. If you mention that, you can do YDN.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Let
Thank
us
you.
catch tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir. Have a good day.